Why do most AI transformations fail? And the three things that actually work. Hello, hello, hello. This is the Forbes article like Friday on AI Café Conversations. This is Sahar Andradi, your AI whisperer and your host. This is episode 7 of season 2. These are the quick Friday episodes, practical insights around 15 minutes or less. Last episode, we talked about building psychological safety during AI disruption, the 4 practices that actually work. Today, let's talk about why most AI transformations fail, and of course, a solution, as always, what to do instead. Here are the numbers. According to research, 95% of AI initiatives fail to deliver expected ROI. Gartner depicts 40% of agentic AI projects will be cancelled by end of 2027. 88% of organizations use AI in at least one function, but only 33% are scaling it enterprise-wide. Those gaps, those are failures. And here is what most people miss. AI transformations don't fail because of bad technology. They fail because of 3 predictable mistakes executives make. But the good news is that all 3 of them are fixable. Let's go. Mistake number 1. Most AI transformations start with, what AI tools should we deploy? Wrong question. The right question is, what problems are we trying to solve? Here is what I see. Leadership hears about ChatGPT or Claude or the latest AI agent. They think we need that. So they buy licenses, deploy tools, run training sessions, and then 6 months later they ask, why are not people using it? Because you started with technology, not problems. What successful organizations do differently? They start with a problem inventory. They ask, what's taking too long? What's too expensive? What's error prone? What's frustrating our customers? What's burning out our teams? And then they ask, could AI solve this? Not, we have AI, what should we use it for? The horse or the carriage, which one comes first? But we have this problem. Could AI help? That's a completely different starting point. Example, the wrong approach could be something, let's deploy AI writing tools for the marketing team. The right approach will be, our marketing team is spending 60% of their time on routine content creation instead of strategy. Could AI handle the routine stuff so they can focus on high value work? Can you see the difference? Hopefully you can. One starts with technology, one starts with a problem. Why this matters? Because when you start with technology, you're asking people to find uses for a tool. That's backwards, and it creates resistance. When you start with a problem, you're asking people to solve something they already care about. That creates buy-in. So mistake number 1, starting with technology instead of problems. The fix for that, do a problem inventory first. Reverse engineer what you're doing. Then evaluate if AI is the right solution. Mistake number 2. Most AI transformations optimize for speed. Like, we need to deploy this in 90 days. Like, 90 days is, for some people, is just like a magical number. I have no idea why. We need to show results by end of a quarter. We are behind competitors. We need to move fast. I get it. I really do. Speed feels urgent. But here is what happens when you optimize for speed. You skip the foundation work. You don't build psychological safety. You don't train properly. You don't create governance frameworks. You don't address people's fears. You just deploy. And then what? People resist quietly. They use shadow AI instead, or they don't use AI at all. And by the way, Almost every day, someone asks me, what does shadow AI mean? I'm kind of surprised that not everybody knows what it is yet. But shadow AI is when your teams and your employees are using AI tools behind your back, tools that have not been approved or tools that have not been vetted. And they don't do it because they're bad people. They do it because they see that their productivity goes higher and they can get better results. But you're not giving them the psychological safety of coming and talk to you about it. That's what shadow AI is. And 6 months later, we say people resist, they use shadow AI instead, or they don't use AI at all. And 6 months later, your fast transformation is stuck or failing. According to Fast Company research, most agentic AI solutions need 6 to 9 months to become genuinely effective. Like a new hire, AI needs time to learn your business, your workflows, and your environment. But most executives, again, the magic number, want results in 90 days. That gap between realistic timelines and unrealistic expectations is where transformations break. What successful organizations do differently? They optimize for sustainability, not speed. They say, we are going to take the time to do this right. Build the foundation, train people properly, create psychological safety, test, and iterate. And yes, that takes longer upfront, but it scales faster in the long run. You know what they say, slow down to go fast. Because you're not constantly firefighting resistance, shadow AI, and implementation failures. Example, a fast approach would be deploy AI tools across entire organization in 90 days. Celebrate the win, watch adoption, crater after leadership stops paying attention. The sustainable approach, pilot with 2 to 3 teams in 90 days. Learn what works, build psychological safety, scale to next cohort, repeat, reach full organization in 9 months with 80% adoption instead of 20%. Which one actually succeeds? So mistakes number 2 is optimizing for speed instead of sustainability. The fix, build the right foundation first. Accept that genuine transformation takes 6 to 12 months, not 90 days. Mistake number 3. Most AI transformations measure outputs. How many people are using AI tool? How many AI generated reports did we create? How many hours of training did we deliver? Those are outputs, not outcomes, and there is a difference. And outputs don't tell you if the transformation is working. What successful organizations do differently, they measure outcomes. Not how many people use the AI tool, but did the AI tool solve the problem we were trying to solve? Not how many reports did AI generate, but did those reports lead to better decisions? Not how many training hours, but are people more effective because of the training? Example, let's say you deployed AI writing tools for your sales team. The output metrics are 80% of sales team has logged into the tool. 500 AI generated emails were sent last month. Looks good, right? But when you measure outcomes, sales conversion rate is unchanged. Time spent on email creation actually increased because people are editing AI outputs more than writing from scratch. Customer satisfaction slightly decreased because AI emails feel impersonal. Uh-oh. The outputs looked great, but the outcomes show the transformation is not working. And why this matters? When you only measure outputs, you miss failure signals until it's too late. When you measure outcomes, you can course correct early. Fall fast and lean forward. So mistake number 3 is measuring outputs instead of outcome. The fix is to define success criteria before deploying AI. What problem are we solving? How will we know if it's working? Measure that. Okay, so let's recap. And I know today is a short one. I just wanted to add this on Friday so you can start your weekend with this. Why do most AI transformations fail? Not because of bad technology, but because of 3 predictable mistakes. Mistake number 1, starting with technology instead of problems. The fix, do a problem inventory first, then evaluate if AI is the right solution. Mistake number 2, optimizing for speed instead of sustainability. The fix, build the right foundation, accept that transformation takes 6 to 12 months, not 90 days. Mistake number 3, measuring outputs instead of outcomes. The fix, define success criteria up front. Measure whether you are solving the problem and not just deploying tools. Those 3 fixes won't guarantee success, but they will prevent the most common failures. And here is how to know if your transformation is failing before it's too late. 1. Are people using shadow AI more than approved tools? 2. Are success metrics all about activity, not impact? 3. Is leadership talking about AI strategy, but people on the ground don't know what that means? I see it every day, people, by the way. If yes, you are in trouble, but it's fixable. Next week, we're starting phase 3. We begin phase 3, which is the advantage. How does human-centered AI leadership create competitive edge? And I always call it human-centered. I know that other people sometimes call it human-first. I prefer human-centered. It's more at the core, more at the heart, more at the soul. How it creates competitive edge. What do thriving organizations do that failing ones don't? That's where we're going. If you want to diagnose where your transformation might be failing, take the free Shadow AI assessment that I created for you. The link will be in the description, because failure is not inevitable. It's just predictable if you make these 3 mistakes. Again, start thinking about building inventories and reverse engineering things that you're doing. Sometimes it's a very small fix. It's a very small tweak that you need to do. This is Sahar Andrade. I am your AI whisperer, and this was your AI Café Conversations, the Friday Forbes article-like episode. It's a short one, like I said today. Show me some love. Like, save, subscribe to the podcast, share it to someone that needs to hear it. My email is sahar@saharconsulting.com. My LinkedIn is Sahar Andrade, and my Instagram is Sahar the Reinvent Coach. My website is saharconsulting.com. Let me know what you think. If you need any information, if you want me to speak about a specific subject, please let me know. For now, peace out.
1